Do you like cannibalism? Do you like to run in fear as 3 naked men attempt to smash your skull in with rocks? Do you like to spend weeks building up a home only to have it taken away in an afternoon by a group of 12-year-olds? If so, then Rust is the game for you. The only game where slavery, cannibalism, and murder is socially acceptable. Rust is another DayZ cash grab clone, but this time it has the unique twist of being actually half decent. In Rust, your one goal in life is to be a bigger asshole than your next door neighbor. You must gather resources so as to get strong enough to kill and eat your competition. If you fail to grow superior, while you sleep your neighbor will swiftly take the chance to cleave your skull open with a hatchet. Wait. Hold on. You don't want to die? Oh, well then, you're gonna have to build up your own fortress on the blood of naked fresh spawns. You will now have to spend the majority of the day collecting resources. But don't worry, it's not like you have a social life. Now that you've collected resources, it's time to build your home. The architectural design is integral to your success. Not sure what to build? Well then, choose from one of our many designs. The square. The square. The square! Or the square. Also, make sure that 95% of your base is airlock, so that your neighbors can't simply enter your house without several stacks of explosives. It may take you 15 minutes to get to your front door, but remember, it'll take your enemies triple that to get in. In Rust, it is crucial to keep an eye on your neighbors. And it appears that your neighbor has acquired a shiny new handgun. You want it. What is the best way to obtain it? Now that you're beginning to forget your moral biases, we can begin to sort out that hunger problem. Why, I know that you've been eyeing up your buddy over there. Why, at this point, he's already looking like a steak dinner. You know what to do. Now that your belly is full and you've got one less mouth to feed, we have to work on making you the top dog in your neighborhood. It is time to climb the hierarchy above all the nakeds to join the rest of the AK-wielding sociopaths. Now to fully realize your dream of being human scum, you must now spend countless hours of your life collecting resources, so that you can spend even more time crafting explosives to cleanse your neighbors. Now you are at a distinct advantage, as most of your neighbors will most likely be reasonable human beings, and won't have the time to spend hours on end left-clicking rocks. Anyways, after you have enough raw materials to justify an American invasion, you should get started crafting weapons and explosives for your self-defense. You now have an arsenal of firearms comparable to that in which the average US citizen will open carry in public. So now you may be thinking, now is the time I get to see some action. I get to be in my first firefight. No. You see, in Rust, you don't actually face your enemy. You wait several hours until they decide to log off and go to sleep. That is when you begin your raid. The only reason you need to carry guns is to put down the roaming squadrons of Asians who accidentally joined the wrong server and who will attempt to kill you with their primitive weaponry. After you've dispatched the savages, place your explosives while completely ignoring all OSHA guidelines. After you've stripped down your neighbor's home and flayed their sleeping bodies, quickly fill your inventory with all of their hard-earned resources. Now that you have disposed of every person in your area, what do you do now? Well, nothing, of course. Just like every popular game in the last decade, there is no end goal. The goal is to continuously waste your life away while making meaningless progression. See, usually you would be on the other side of this situation. You would have been the one that was senselessly murdered for little to no gain. In that scenario, your illusion of progression has been preserved. See, next time you play, you try and further avoid your inevitable death. But now that you have this perfect guide, you have to realize that all along, you were happier having your skull smashed in.